Whoa, I
Ooh.
changed colors.
Your
What?
hand is operating as a brightness filter.
Whoa. Well,
Technicolor Nat
okay.
is in the house on this lovely episode of we're back to Tuesdays with Drake, regularly scheduled programming. The Bulls takeover has completed because there is no Dunce Cap boys.
Uh, why do you destroy my dreams?
I mean, they're your dreams. They clearly were not my dreams. To be fair, I barely beat the other worst person in the league by a Russell Westbrook poor free throw performance. So let's I am not I'm not out of this hole yet.
Yeah, but I'm still disappointed. I've been, pinning all my hopes on the emergence of Dunce Cap Boy all season long.
Is that all you have to look forward to right
This is
now? Or
all I
had to
have.
you have been hot all week. Besides the destruction of the Dunce Cat Boy dream, what other things have been raging inside of Nat Levy this week?
Well, for the second time this season, I have held a lead against a good team the whole week from like bell to bell, only for the very last like final game for me to lose on like 1 to 2 shot percentage changes. I think in this case it was like 0.008 or something. So it's probably 2 makes if I had to guess.
It was very close. I will do the math while you talk, but yeah, it was real close.
Yeah, I led this game the whole week, and this happened to me. I went and looked, and it happened to me in week 3 against Kawhi, Mia River, and same deal. That time it was free throws though, because I had like a guy go bad on free throws, and his whole team was 100% for the final day and won the free throw battle and then won that game. And or not won, got it to a tie for a game I'd been winning all week. So I'm hot about this. I'm tired of these ties. I understand my team is viciously neutral and that a 2-2-2 record is like a perfect encapsulation of that, but it doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
All right, don't become like a football guy and
Brr.
hating all the ties. Like,
Oh no,
just do better. The
nobody
math
wins.
the math was done. It was 2 makes, and you would have won
Ugh.
with 2 makes. So, uh,
All right, let's look at Sunday. I want to see my Sunday stats and it was Sabonis actually. Sabonis was 1 for 10 because Giannis ate him.
Let's look at.
And yeah,
It was
yeah,
Sabonis.
Sabonis.
12, 13%. That's a
they
rough.
played the Bucks. I watched part of that game, and Giannis ate him.
That's a rough day. Oh, and
That's
Giannis
why he
actually
was
on the other side of that equation too. Did 667.
They were guarding each other, and you can see how that matchup turned out.
While upsetting, obviously, because you lost or you tied. Like, that's sort of a fun dynamic to have, like a matchup within a matchup on the last day.
Disagree. It's not fun. It's in fact unfun, and I don't approve. And I gave Sabonis a talking to, which is why he had his 16, 25, and 10 triple double last night, because I lit a fire under
25.
Mm-hmm.
25. That's right. Ton.
Yeah, I'm a good motivator.
He stepped it up recently. What happened? He was kind of lagging at the beginning of the season, and he's recently gone back to like last season form.
He still never touches the ball. If you look at his shooting, he shoots like 9 shots a game. It's absurd. And he's getting a ton of rebounds. Turner has been in and out of the lineup, and that's part of the reason why. That lineup does not work. Those two don't work together.
It is weird. They seem like a team that should be much better than they are, and like for some reason,
weird.
They're not good.
Those two don't work together. Like, you watch it looks clunky. I don't know about the stats, but like it just doesn't look right. Both of them are centers. Neither is fast enough to guard fours. Neither really wants to be out on the perimeter guarding anyone. They both want to be in the middle. And
but like Turner wants to take threes though. That's like he wants to like block shots.
That's fine. Yeah,
and take threes.
Yeah, but that doesn't work super well when the guy he's playing next to is not fast. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I've said this like 1,000 times that he should have been traded to New Orleans and played alongside Zion. But not that Zion plays anyway. So
I hope he plays again. I would be sad.
Yeah, phantom broken foot in the offseason, like that no one was told about, is never a good thing.
Which you many times before have informed the fans at home that the big man foot injury is the near death knell for
panic button. Anytime a big guy breaks a foot, it's just like, oh no, panic button.
And yeah, especially knowing his biomechanical issues, that is of concern. Similarly, another young person, my wonderful third round draft pick bust now, Mike Porter Jr. Out for the season with the back, which Oof. That's another, like, already obviously a problem for that particular individual, and like that's pretty worrisome, in general. Like that's like what, 2 or 3 back surgeries now at 23. Like,
yeah, he's already missed a full season from it too.
That's one of those, like, truly, like, all right, like maybe don't play basketball, and I'm like maybe just save yourself from 20 years of being a decrepit, like, hunchback or something.
Well,
I feel like,
I guess, how much money is hunchbackdom worth to you? If you could get $100 million to be a hunchback, would you take it?
How long am I not a hunchback?
Well, not right now. He's, you're 20 something. He's not hunchback now.
That's what I mean. Like, I need a year count. I need a year count of hunchback and a year count of
he'll be a hunchback. He won't be a hunchback until he's 40.
Okay, that's not. No, I wouldn't take it. I would not take.
It. I would not take $100 million. They could fix your humpbackery.
Oh well, okay. Like, so we're not. So like, if we're saying like eventual humpbackness and then super modern medicine will fix you, then that's a different story. Like, if the money eventually pays for some exoskeleton to make you a not humpback.
Yeah, it could definitely do that. If not, you just fund that shit yourself. Like, get a start, find a startup to back to build you an exoskeleton.
I on lovely book for the fans out there. The Cult of We, speaking of funding startups, what truly incredible. Just like
do you want me to be more angry? Because I'm already angry coming in.
I mean, yes, I want you to full rage. I want steam out of your ears. Good. That's
my Technicolor ears.
Full Roger
I don't know
Rabbit.
what is going on with my picture right now. Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Bug show.
I want to highlight. I did win this week. And I did overcome.
Yes, we
did overcome.
You won.
But I also overcame an ejection and losing the triple double category to, like, triple double leader, Poop Madness with Russel Westbrook. I just want to highlight. This is the same thing I did last season. It's just funny. My whole team for the whole week only took 66 free throws.
Now, see, with that number, I want to see a lot more 3-pointers made.
I had a down week. I had a lot of missed games. Usually I'm actually much better in the threes. This was
33 games.
No, like, people didn't play, and then like my 3-point guys also just sucked it this week. So I'm actually usually pretty good. This week was not good.
Healed and nobody else.
Well, Harris ended up not playing any games, and then
it's like Trent must have missed some games, or he was just really bad. One of the two.
Yeah, Mikhail didn't hit any, and then Rocco, who usually only makes 3-pointers, actually had 18 points for the whole week is just infuriating because he got ejected the one game.
Yeah, he also is bad at basketball now.
Yeah, it's
like
really
real life basketball.
He's
clearly checked out. He's clearly checked out mentally. Like, just watching him, he doesn't give a shit.
I don't get it either. Like, that's a very, like, I don't understand what's going on with him.
I'm pretty sure that whole team is checked out mentally. Also, I would like to note, without Capella's rebounds, you lose that matchup.
I mean, yeah. So but I would have picked up 3-pointers. Well, we'll hold that.
Maybe. Actually, yeah, we're not there yet. I'm getting ahead of us.
Not maybe. I definitely would have. I mean, we can look at the other Oh, hold on. All right, just let's.
No, let's not getting too far ahead of ourselves.
All right, fine.
Let's start
we'll put a pin in that. We're gonna put a pin in that.
We have after Joseph complained about our lack of trades. We have trades in the league. We had 2 in 1 week, 2 big ones too. I did what everyone calls a gigantic overpay for a homer pick of Damian Lillard, which probably is a homer pay because he sucks now.
Not great.
And so I my original plan was I also wanted to get Evan Mobley, but Michael was not interested in doing that. So I went instead for Hustle Rebound Man here, who has been pretty decent.
I mean, Mobley, you never know. Like, he could still be good. He could still continue being good. He could tail off. He's going to play all season, Vanderbilt, and he's going to put up solid stats all season. And like, these are good stats. So I think it's still a fair. I mean, he's 42. That's like not
That's
nothing.
pretty good. Yeah.
And what's Lillard?
He's like mid 40s also, I believe.
Yeah, and like Jalen is not playing.
Hurt.
He's been hurt. But even then, he's not been super great. And then Collins
is really good, but
Collins is good, but he's also
he's not getting me a lot. He wasn't getting me. The reason I was okay with dealing Collins is because he wasn't doing the things I drafted him for, and so I'm decent in points already, and he was getting a lot of points, and he was doing it on high efficiency, which is good. But I really wanted him for rebounding, and shot blocking, which he did for this, which he just recently started doing. But for before that was not very good in that regard. So, but he kind of heated up there a little bit right before I did it. I don't know if it was dumb or not, and I just wanted to do a trade because it sounded fun, and I wanted to do a homer trade. I also had the idea of trading for Lillard to turn him around to send to Amy, but I was then cut out of that discussion after presenting a 3-team trade that would have made everybody happy. And got everybody the people they wanted to get. And so now that leads us into trade number 2. Well, you go through the rationale as to why you did it and why you decided to chuck a top 5 player.
He's not top 5 yet. He was top 5 the past 2 weeks.
All right, what is he now?
He's 8.
Oh, sorry, 8. Top 10. My bad.
With some ridiculously fat lines the past week. Also a homer pick. As the fans know, team name T-Zex Big Ball, relevant to Lonzo Ball, who Amy stole like literally the pick before me. I was ready to push the button in the draft. Still sore about it. He turned out to be very, very extremely good this season. And now the Bulls are actually amazingly good in general to watch, and I might need to buy Alonzo a jersey. So I'm like all in now on the homer pick.
Man.
However,
I remember distinctly so many times you being like, I'm just incapable of being a homer. I'm T-Zach. I
still emotions. Am, as we've discussed. I'm not actually doing it right.
You're just you're definitely a homer. You're just not a very good homer. You're like a rookie homer. You have to learn.
No, I mean, this is my plateau of homerism. Like, it's
not. No, if they're in like the conference finals, you're gonna go to fucking Chicago and go to that game. Your homerism is gonna go off the charts.
I won't. I truly would. Right now. I truly would.
You will.
Maybe for the NBA finals, but they're also be super expensive. I mean, I'm a dedicated Seattle Sounders fan. Not soccer reference. I haven't done that for weeks. For weeks, there's been no soccer references, so you get to deal with it. I'm a dedicated Seattle Sounders fan, and I don't go to road games. I yell at the team. Like, I'm not nearly a homer. I've been there since the beginnings of their MLS playoff or the MLS playing time. So like the Bull, I'm like just back on the bandwagon at the moment for the Bulls. We'll see. We could take a bet on how homerism I get. If for some reason they play like, I don't know, some close team, maybe I'd consider going. But I'm not like going to Chicago for like the conference finals of not happening. Anyway.
Okay. Record that just for posterity.
We're cutting that. We're cutting that.
Put that
I don't have my timer
so that we have it for later.
I forgot to set the timer. I will find that one. That'll come back to haunt me. Okay, so here's the deal. Partly homer, but I also feel strongly that I got 2 for 1. I got basically Capella for Lonzo Ball and Julius Randle. I threw Keldon Johnson in because I was gonna have to drop him anyway, and Amy said that was fine. So that was just sort of a throwaway. But so Capella obviously is just completely turning into a stud monster. But I'm still like not good. So that's that. And actually I think this is I probably wasn't good enough trade for me. Just if Capella keeps up what he's doing right now, like, I mean, he's going to be like a top 2 player. So like, whatever. However, this helps both teams pretty well in the things that we were bad at. So I'm gonna obviously like give up like O-rebs and general rebounding a little bit, but mostly the O-rebs and some field goal percentage for like real assist people and a very firm grasp on 3-pointers and steals with these two guys. So that's where I think. So I'm like trading like one category pretty firmly for I think two categories pretty firmly, and then it's kind of a wash probably in like points and percentages and everything else. And like I have a lot of room to pick up turnovers, which obviously these two will have way more turnovers than Capella. But I am like so far and away best at turnovers that it really doesn't matter. And I have no assists. So and then Amy, if we go to the roto, just to confirm this, Amy's actually, while leading the league, is actually has some room to grow in the roto. And as you'll see, pretty far down in O-rebs. Actually hurting in 3 points. So she's kind of ditching
So
3 points.
She's going for, she's giving up on threes.
But she's definitely gonna get better on blocks, get better on percentages, and get better on O-rebs. So she's gonna balance out, and then like I just need help on everything. So a 2-for-1 for me for starting quality players, I felt was a good move, as long as those two keep producing. So we'll see. And I think to your Collins trade, I think you made a good move because Capella, after his minutes restriction, started eating some Collins numbers pretty strongly. And he is like, so I don't think Collins is going to stay as high as he was. But
Collins is definitely best used as a center, in my opinion. I don't know. There's so many guys who it's like, just make them a center and they'll be so much better. For example, Christian Wood. He was playing a power forward for most of the season. And then they were like, actually, never mind. Let's just let him be center. And then he's had like a bunch of like 20 and 15. He had a 33 and 18. He had a 33. Like this game right here, the one 3 games ago, the Chicago game, they were like, all right, let's ditch 2 center lineup and let's just start him at center. And look at the win lot. And they won 3 in a row against 2 really good teams and 1 bad one. But, that's still 3 wins in a row for a team
the worst team in the league.
It won 1 game up until then.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just as simple as don't play 2 centers together. Generally not a good idea.
Yeah. And like, that's a shootout against Charlotte.
That game was awesome. I watched that game. It was so fun.
That is a defense optional situation right there.
I don't know. Like they were playing hard defense. Like people were just making shots. They were making hard shots and really a lot of contested shots. Everybody went nuts on the Rockets. It was crazy. They hit so many threes.
Almost like Jason Tate 4 points away from the entire starting lineup in 20-point game. That's awesome. Yeah, that is, and almost the same thing with LaMelo was like the lowest scorer. That's good for Houston. I love a young spunky team doing stuff. Just as
you know how much the affinity I have for Christian Wood. So to see him do well, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I think if they have a lot of not bad guys, like they're not, that's not a good team. They shouldn't make the playoffs, but they're better, I think, than they have been playing. Truly.
They're not like a useless trash fire where like they have to cut it all down to the studs. They have enough good young talent that if they hit on Jalen Green and then they hit on maybe and Sengun turns out and they hit on 1 or 2 more guys, then they're probably going to be okay.
Because like Sengun seems pretty solid. Like he's definitely solid, and Tate last season was solid. Kevin Porter, if they can do good, Green definitely needs. I think he'll be fine this season, but he needs another season to bake. I've watched some of those games, and he's just one of those guys that he needs some muscle, and he's
a little thin.
Yeah, he just needs to get a little weight on him and become older, and he'll be good. But I don't think he's gonna be. He's definitely not winning Rookie of the Year this year. He's not gonna
give him some of that Texas barbecue.
Yes.
No, they have good players, but they need a best player.
Yeah, they don't have a guy. They need the man, and they don't have a man. Maybe Jalen Green in like 2 or 3 seasons can be the man, but like
Yeah. That's why they picked him. That's why they drafted him.
All right. All right. What's your unbiased? Who's going to come out better out of the 4 of these teams from these trades? Who's going to win the most here?
Well, probably Amy, because her team is better than all of the rest of the teams. That would be my guess.
This is a lot of
like there's 3 of the top of the bottom 5 made trades, and then the number 1 team also made a trade. And weirdly, the number 1 team came out of with the best player in all of those trades. So,
but did also lose 2 very good players. Like Lonzo is up to top 15, so it's not like he's a scrub. To be fair.
Fine.
He's fine. Hey, you watch yourself.
Watch who you're saying.
I think that's her next best player. No, Giannis. She's
and LeBron. Good. She has lots of good players.
Yeah, but LeBron
also Drew.
LeBron is, hit or miss.
Yeah, he's in and out of the lineup. But...
And Drew has not been good this season at all. Actually, he has not been good this season.
Huh. I haven't been watching any Bucks games, so I don't know.
He's been
23, 7, and 9 last game. That's pretty
good. Really low percentages though, and a lot of turnovers. And yeah, lately maybe he's gotten better. His recent ranks are better, so maybe he's picked it up. Although they've had a lot of hurt guys too, so he's probably getting a lot of usage. Mm-hmm. Where was I going to go with that? So yeah, her team is good, and it got probably better. But now she lost 2 guys, right? Like she's gonna have to start playing somebody a bit more scrubby. So we'll see what happens. I think you're probably right, but that's fine. I'm happy if Amy wins.
Yeah, it's fine. If Dame returns to Dame form, which is kind of why I did this, I was hoping it would be a bit of a buy low, and he would return to form of, if not being a 30-point, 10 assist a game guy with 50 and 60-point games every couple of weeks, at least like, a 30-40 game every couple of weeks, then, it's all good. But
I'm definitely hoping I bought low on Randall.
I don't think you did. I think you got I don't think you got enough for Capella. As I told you when I was chatting with you, that I thought you should have asked for more.
Yeah, probably.
I would have asked for Randall and LeBron personally.
No, LeBron is the most not my guy. In the TZX system of the world, LeBron is not my guy.
Says the guy with 1 win. Trust the system. One win.
My 3rd round pick is now not playing for the rest of the season. I will put it all on that, respectfully. So,
but that pick was bad to begin with. So.
No. It doesn't matter. Like if everybody's 3rd round pick in our draft. All right, hold on. Let me just pull this up for sake of argument. Let's see who was picked in the 3rd round. Okay,
well,
if any of these people ended up being out for the remainder, Collins, LaMelo, Port, like if any of these people went out for the season, those teams are hosed solidly.
Problem is, if you look at all these names, 2 of them don't belong. One of them is Porter Jr. The other one is Donovan Mitchell. But
Donovan Mitchell, bad pick. All right, all right.
Anyway, we don't have to relitigate your horrible pick any longer. Let's just move along.
I'm sorry. No, he was a 3rd round pick. Whatever.
Everyone told you it was a horrible pick in the exact moment that you did it.
I disagree. Like if he played what he was doing at the end of last season, he's easily a 3rd round pick. I don't care.
Well, if he shot 55% from 3 in perpetuity, nobody does that. That's like
not even in perpetuity, but like
Curry doesn't shoot 55% from 3.
I don't want to eat 55%, but if he shot 45%, which I think seems totally reasonable.
Yeah, that makes him like a 5th, 6th round guy, probably.
Whatever.
Because all he does is score points.
Playing games. It's all I needed from him, and he didn't do that. So that's so shit.
All right. Let's stop litigating this move over and over again. What else you got? Nothing? You're just gonna walk off the set.
I'm hot. Now I'm hot.
I've transferred.
I'm tired defending my picks. I don't remember what I was gonna talk about.
You were gonna talk about best pickups so far.
Best pickups are mine because of my shitty draft.
Because I'm the best.
Because of my shitty draft picks. But truly, so
Yeah,
top.
who are the top players right now? Let's go back
Oh, you want
to
just the top players?
let's just take a
Lamelo.
look.
So
LaMelo,
Lamelo,
yeah, he gets
amazingly,
all the triple doubles. Curry,
he only
I
has
got
two. No, Lamelo's only got two.
he even if he doesn't, he's always like 29 and 9.
Yeah, he's just
He fills
getting
it up.
fat stats across.
So
He's
many
always
assists.
close, and doesn't shoot terrible percentage. Also, really good on the free throws. So he's
Yep.
like he locks up that category pretty well
Hit some
as well.
threes.
And
Oh my God, look at Valanciunas' line from yesterday, by the way. And
he's having an incredible
he
season.
made 7 threes.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
what?
I watched some of that game. It was absurd.
This is a crazy yo-yo. 7-0-0-1-0-1-5-0-1-3. Like what?
He can do it. He was shooting threes last year too. They just I don't know why they just didn't. They just don't want him to. They want him down low, I guess.
Vooch for the Bulls was 6 of 6 from 3 last night. It was the first game he actually shot good. He's been playing like not well this season, and he's finally found his shot.
Come back from injury?
Yeah, well, COVID. He had the Rona.
No.
But his shot was gone at the beginning of the season, and he finally found it again. So he went from doing like 12 points a game to having a 30-pointer because he like made some threes finally, which was great.
LeBron may or may not have the Rona.
May or may not.
He's out in the protocol. Of course, this happens 2 days after he beat me with his slightly above 50% shooting.
Tell me how you really feel.
There's the bonus up there. That's good.
Valanciunas, I'm just surprised. Like that team's not good either, and he's having a hell of a season.
He was really high last year too. I think he finished top 10 last year too.
I don't know if he got to top 10. He was high, but
he way outperformed his draft status at least.
Yeah, he definitely did that, and he's way doing it again this season. So that's Sabonis really picked it up lately, as we've discussed. He was really not that great, and then he's really moved up. So yeah, it's interesting that you got like 3 point guards, and then
all the bigs,
3 volume centers. Murray, which is like standout stud of the season.
He's just a beast.
And then
baby boy
Capella finally moving back up there with his fat ass lately. Yeah, and Miles Bridges still crazy.
He didn't play in like the whole fourth quarter or overtime of that bananas Rockets game. It was very confusing. Like he came in for occasional subs on defense, but he basically sat the whole fourth quarter and overtime in favor of like Kelly Oubre. So probably should fire the coach immediately for that.
And a lot of Cinderellas.
Bamba.
Yeah, Bamba still up there, crushing 6 blocks.
I can feel Mikey's smile. Like I can feel his warmth and glow over this.
Legit good stats too. I'm a fan. Like big blocks.
For like he has like random stinkers.
He does. Sometimes he doesn't play big minutes. I don't know. That team doesn't make sense. The Magic are weird. Then you got Collins, Harrell having a huge season, kind of unexpectedly, although he might be tailing off a bit lately. And then
seems like their split is their center rotation is starting to turn into more of a true split, where neither of them are like they're both good, but like neither one is really capturing the minutes, because at the beginning of the season, Harrell like took all the minutes and Gafford had very few minutes, and now it's kind of balancing out again because Gafford's playing better.
Yeah.
And I believe Joe has both of them. So that's kind of fun. It's like when you have like in football, you have 2 receivers from the same team.
Yes, he does have Gafford. I have Bryant sitting in my injured list stash if he ever plays basketball again, to maybe take some of those minutes away.
3-headed center.
Yes. In terms of pickups, Gary Trent Jr., number 1 waiver pickup of the season right now, with some ridiculous steal quantities. Although he's got hurt or something, because last couple games he's not been so good. But he's been up there. Who else? Caruso you picked up off the waiver. That's a good pickup.
Yeah.
Another big steal and
blue guy and assists.
I tell you, as the Bulls fan resident, you watch those games, he is easily like the most important player on that floor for the Bulls right now. Like he turns games around
Hot take.
I'm not kidding. Like him and Ball, they turn
They're
games.
They're a great pairing together because they're so rangy and long and fast.
They're
fun.
Their mid-game rotations are actually like the most interesting. Like their starting lineup is not super exciting, but they get a lot of really good mismatches throughout the game because they start rotating DeRozan and Levine and Caruso and Ball and like Derek Jones Jr. and Javonte Green and Dosunmo, who's like gonna be good. And this is all the same rangy player. And like no team has like that many other rangy guys. And so they always create good mismatches. It's fun to watch.
Rangy guys are the name of the game right now.
I don't liking Caruso for some reason. I don't know. It feels dirty.
Well, he's got a very punchable face.
He's very punchable.
Yeah.
Very punchable.
And he plays in a punchable fashion.
He does. It's one of those guys you love him if he's on your team.
Yeah, he's
absolutely fucking hate him.
He's sitting in Joe Kim Noah's chair right now in the Chicago lineup lore if he continues his play.
That's a good call out. I like that.
Also, the Lakers letting him go is just absurd.
They rightfully are gonna.
I appreciate that they're done. I'm glad.
That's gonna be a dumpster fire in the playoffs too, if they even make the playoffs. Because that team doesn't work when they're actually
right. Like I don't know why they did that because in that first round against the Suns, they were going to beat that team until everybody got hurt. They were going to beat the Suns. Like they didn't know what to do with them, and then everybody got hurt and they lost.
Caruso, like for the Lakers, has to be a better player for them than Westbrook, right? Like I don't mean that sillily.
He's a better fit for LeBron and Davis. Absolutely.
Yeah, like I think as a team, you would actually want Caruso much more than Westbrook right now.
You would think so. I mean, the other deal. I remember when they dealt for Westbrook, and we were all like, "Ha ha ha! What a bunch of idiots!" Right before that, it sounded like they were going to go get Buddy Hield, and we were all like, "Oh shit!" Because that would have been a great fit too. He can go hit 1,000 threes while everybody gets double teamed.
Hield on the Lakers would be legitimately scary, dangerous. Like. Because he's gonna get every open shot that he wants,
right? Like, and their problem was always that their 3-point shooting was bad, like that they couldn't surround Davis and LeBron with enough shooting. And Caldwell Pope was good in that regard, but only sometimes. And then let's go get like a top 3 shooter in the league, arguably, and put him next to those two guys and let him shoot 1,000 threes.
Yeah, the Lakers are actually not good at GMing or like anything that's not just putting,
They're good at letting star players force their way there. Very talented in that regard.
But like only some, and like not like flawed ones
who aren't in their prime.
Yeah, like but so that's fine.
I mean, they got a ring out of it, so like who gives a shit? Like I'll take that for a ring all day long.
They got lots of rings.
Mama got no rings.
No rings. I'm looking for the highest rookie while we're on the page.
I think
it's Barnes. Yeah, I think it's Barnes. Having a good season for sure. Raptors
it's probably him versus Mobley for rookie of the year at this point.
I think that's right.
Unless Green comes back and goes nuts or Cade starts going nuts, but they've established. I feel like there's a bit of a delta between those two and everybody else now at this point. Would take a lot to make up.
Cade looks good. Like he obviously didn't play a lot, but like I watched the game, he looks good. He could, I think, challenge them.
I hope he is. I'm not a believer. I don't think he's a number 1 pick worthy guy. I would have picked Mobley number 1 if I were the GM with the number 1 pick there. But I do always want everybody to be good. So
Mobley's a stud, legit. Like. He's definitely doing like Miles Turner type stuff in the way he plays.
Yes, he is very good at basketball, and you can put him on the perimeter, which you can't really do with a lot of guys his size because he can keep up and go guard wings out there if you want him to.
Yes. So that's that. Back to Roto. Joe's still winning.
And now his Roto is starting to turn into W's. So that's great for everybody.
That is disappointing. But we didn't even talk about this yet. We have a clear test of the Roto versus reality this
Yes.
week.
Ooh,
With top in
Roto
the
versus
league,
reality.
top in the league versus top in the Roto. So everybody, although Amy is probably going to lose because she's
no LeBron.
no LeBron. So it's probably not going to work out very well. Although Butler's game time and
You got a few maybes in there. What's wrong with Barnes? He's got an injury.
Ooh, ankle.
Ugh.
Ooh, so he's down a few people, and he's still hanging on to a lot of interesting. I don't know why he's keeping Kawhi. Kawhi is not going to play this season. I don't understand that one.
I don't know. Probably so he could try and swindle somebody and get a trade. Ooh, that changed from 3 to 6 to 4 to 6 while we were on this page.
It did.
Exciting live action happening right in front of us.
Rebound.
Rebound. Get the rebound. 24, 9, and 8 for Randall tonight.
Yeah, he had a good game. Like tonight, he had a more Randall-esque game and only 3 turnovers. So I want this Randall. If I got this Randall, I'm very, very happy with my trade. Like if this is mostly what he produces, I am not mad at all about my trade. If he gets to like scrubby Randall, it's obviously not a good trade. But
he might do that, but you might change that 5 on the shooting percentage to a 4. And that's probably how he'll do it.
And that's fine. I got enough other high percentage guys that like I'll deal with that. Well, I think I'll be happy, and I won't be mad about Lonzo now. So at the end of the day, that's all you can hope for.
Makes you feel better. That's good.
It makes me feel better. Yep. Exactly.
I'm still mad about Randall, and now he has escaped my clutches yet again. So I'm double mad.
Well, hold on. Let's do this live.
Ooh, interesting.
Let's do this live. What do you got? Hold on. I don't even know who's on your team.
I don't even know who's on my team.
let's do
I've been doing a lot of moves. So I have like my core like 6 guys, and then I don't even remember who everybody else is.
Yeah, your bigs are probably untouchable at this point.
I don't have enough to I can't.
You're not going to give me Wood or Sabonis for Randall straight up, obviously.
No, because this is basically just lateral.
Yeah.
As much as I love Randall, like those would be fairly lateral moves.
Ooh, what about Clay?
He'll be back soon.
I would be interested. This would be an interesting discussion. For a potential like low rent center and Clay. You think about that.
I'm listening.
You think about that hard because I'm pretty strong on Clay. I'm
also very strong on Clay, but I'm listening.
LaMarcus also actually playing real basketball. What is that?
He took the starting job from Blake like a couple games ago.
I forgot about Blake Griffin.
Yeah, he's still around. But LaMarcus is doing his like 18 and 8 thing that he does, and Bobby Porter's also doing the thing because Lopez has been hurt, so he's been starting at center.
I really should have picked him up. I was strong. I think actually the week I wanted to do that, I ran out of pickups because my roster was a disaster. I'm really now mad because
that happened to me a couple weeks ago too when I was trying to get somebody.
I rode him to the win last season because the same thing happened last season for the Bucks, and he was playing huge minutes and like doing what he's doing now. He's good. He's actually really good, and he's good for that team too. I don't know why he just doesn't start even when Lopez is healthy because he's
a defensive dumpster fire.
That's fair.
So he to me is like the equivalent of like, and I'm gonna go cross sport on you since you get to go cross sport on me, like a Tony Pollard or an Alexander Madison in football. They're backup running backs for the Cowboys and Vikings respectively with star guys in front of them. But every time they get in the game, they go insane. So it's like a guy that even if he's not starting, you want to hold him because like he's one ankle injury away from being a top 5 player, basically.
I see.
Yeah. Like high value handcuff, basically.
Christian Wood ranked 4 in the last week. Big. You got a good performance in the last week.
I had a really good week. I should have won.
Sorry. That's really all I had.
Needle me. That's a good way to end it. Get me hot. just like we started.
It wasn't intentful, but it did sort of work out.
Plus, I would have then had the bragging rights of beating both the standings #1 and the roto #1.
That's true. Although, yeah, I'm actually. I want some. We'll have to see who we can bring on next week. We should bring on the loser of the battle next week. Although we probably can't get Amy on again so quickly.
No, I think sure she's a VIP.
Hopefully Joe loses and we can bring him on to break down his loss and what he's going to do better next time.
I want to talk some Orlando Magic with Michael first.
You want some actual we need Michael on. We need a quarter season Magic report. Definitely. All right.
We need like the quarterly Magic earnings.
Ooh, Magic Corner, quarterly Magic Corner. Ooh. All right.
I'll workshop that.
I'll pencil him in. Shitty title. Good job. I'll get that in the schedule book and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, as always, it's a pleasure, even if we both have crappy teams.
Viciously neutral.
Viciously neutral. Just bad.